For a mere £17, you can listen in on your neighbours in the next flat.
This device will stick onto the wall, and you can monitor the conversation being held on the other side. This is a microphone with a button designed to wear right out in the open.
Surely this is intrusion into privacy.
Yes, you're quite right. This is an intrusion, and a very effective one.
The heart of New York's retail, radio, television and electrical gadget centre in Midtown Manhattan, where one shop is cleaning up, if that's the right expression, on a new and lucrative market.
Big Brother is coming to Britain, or at least one of his assistants is. This is a Big Brother shop on New York's West 46th Street. You can walk in here any day of the week and buy across the counter any one of 75 different sorts of bugging devices that you can have all sorts of fun with. You can listen in on your neighbour's conversation in a house next door. You can clip it into a telephone and listen to a conversation anywhere in America without the phone ringing as far as 3,000 miles away. Or you can just spend an enjoyable evening at a cocktail party recording the conversations of your colleagues running down the boss. Bugging is big business in America, and the owner of this shop is going to England in a couple of weeks to show some of his wares at an exhibition at the US Trade Centre in London, with the blessing, surprisingly, of the US Department of Commerce, to spread the gospel of Bug Thy Neighbour to Britain. Good morning. I wonder if you could show me one or two of these things, how they work.
Yes, be glad to. Let me show you our wall listening device, which is a suction cup. This device will stick onto the wall, and at that time you can monitor through this set of earphones the conversation being held on the other side. Also, the conversation can be recorded and stored.
What about these stethoscopes here?
Now, the stethoscope is an electronic device. This operates on the principle of a flat diaphragm mic against the wall, high amplification, and the conversation can be listened to and again recorded.
Now, what about this button here?
Subminiature mics are a big thing now because concealing is the most important part. This is a microphone with a button designed to wear right out in the open, say onto your vest, or mounted here, wired to either a small miniature recorder or a transmitter.
What is this long thing here?
Now, this microphone is one of the most unique. This is a similar one found in an embassy, highly directional and very sensitive. Can be left in the wall permanently and monitored, or can be connected to a transmitter. Conversations picked up are very clear on this.
So this could be built into a house as it was being built?
Exactly.
And without the owners ever knowing about it?
Nobody would know.
Now, what's this fella for?
This device is used to monitor conversations, not merely phone conversations, but office conversations, at a distance of, for example, 3,000 miles. Simple installation of clipping these onto the wire, and from the phone on the outside.
And what does that do?
The harmonic, with this frequency, stops the phone from ringing and opens the microphone here. The whole conversation is monitored 3,000 miles away.
Would there be any indication to the people in the room that they were being bugged?
No, there wouldn't. This is silent and cannot be detected.
And what sort of range would that have inside a room?
The approximate distance is 40 feet around as a pickup.
So anybody within 40 feet of this instrument could have their conversations recorded?
Yes.
Without them knowing anything about
They
it?
could know nothing.
To show how it works, I arranged for my office phone to be bugged with this particularly sinister piece of Big Brother equipment, which costs about £350 to buy over the counter. The conversation you'll hear in a minute was actually transmitted through this to a telephone some way away. The person who's doing the bugging has to get access to the telephone lines as near to the centre of the room as possible. In my case, the small junction box on the wall behind a desk. It's then a simple matter of connecting two terminals on the bug to the phone leads so that with the bug acting as a microphone, the wires carry the sound any distance you want them to. With the leads attached, the evidence that the wires have been tampered with is covered up, and the device itself, which could easily be mistaken for a normal piece of phone equipment, is hidden. This phone is now ready to be activated from another telephone by simply dialing the number.
Morning.
Good morning.
A bit late this morning. I couldn't get a cab.
Traffic's awful. Terrible. I don't know why especially today.
Oh, what have we got on?
In a few seconds, we can be heard not just across the city, but right across America, anywhere on a direct dial phone. In the same way, this man could be in Geneva, dialing a London number direct. And now the harmonic wave to activate the device.
Well, if you fix up a car too, we'll need a big one. We'll need a station wagon at the airport, I think.
Fine, all right. Now, that's fine.
Now, if you can let London know after I've gone which hotel I'm going to be in, because they may need me to do the odd voice piece, particularly say if Watts or something like that blew up again. I don't think we'd better let the office know that we're doing this too soon. Otherwise, they might feel that they wanted the full lot, and that would entail then some 7 hours of video.
Yes, exactly.
So I think we ought to keep that to ourselves at the moment, quite honestly. And
But you've seen an actual example of how we didn't keep it to ourselves.
A package thing which will be easier for them and far.
The owner of Continental Telephones is 31-year-old Ben Jamil. At his shop, I talked to him about his business.
Don't you feel that this is a somewhat dirty business to be in?
I would say it's as dirty as selling a high-powered automobile. It's not the item that is dirty or not dirty, it's the use of it.
But presumably there's practically only one use that a lot of these can be put to. And that is to listen in surreptitiously and on a conversation.
Well, I don't know if it's surreptitiously, because these can be used very effectively for a number of good reasons, both surreptitiously and non-surreptitiously.
But is not the emphasis put on the fact that you can, say, listen in to a conversation going on in a room without the people knowing?
No, it's not the emphasis. It is one of the advantages of this type of equipment.
What sort of reception do you think your bugs will get in Britain?
We hope to get a very good reception. We understand that bugging devices are nothing new to the United Kingdom. As a matter of fact, we were told recently that the bugging business goes back 30 years and that they are pretty advanced, and we have some stiff competition right now.
Do you think you'll be able to sell these bugs over the counter like you do here?
It's quite conceivable that it could be sold over the counter.
What about the bug you can clip into a telephone and listen to a conversation in anybody's room, anywhere in America, if they're on a dialing system? Surely this is intrusion into privacy.
Yes, you're quite right. This is an intrusion, and a very effective one.
There are plenty of other cheaper forms of intrusion on display too. For a mere £17, you can listen in on your neighbours in the next flat. Or for £6, you can listen in on their phone calls with a simple monitoring device. But Mr. Jamil has found another market born out of the bugging devices he sells, the anti-bugging bug, which can tell you whether anyone is listening in to you. The variations on the bugging theme are limitless, and so it seems are the number of people here who will spend money to listen to or record the indiscretions or intimate conversations of those who think of them as friends.